looked, it was quite a while later that we ended up being live.
Okay, well, let me see. I'll be able to tell us in a second.
So Christie's going to have to look online.
Oh, yeah, we're live. All three places are live.
Oh, fantastic. Well, hello there. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
We are obviously outside because the weather has, we're on day 5 of summer in Canada, which is lovely.
And I can request to appear in this live video.
You can?
It says right there.
Well, you should.
I am.
Oh.
Look at that.
I think
Hi,
we're kind
Keith.
of low.
Good morning.
We
are. We feel like we're leaning way back. Yeah. We're just comfortable sitting on Cheryl's new patio furniture.
And you can see our double chins because it's coming up.
That's why I'm keeping the coffee mug here. Isn't that a cute coffee mug?
Hang on. I got to get
John has a Tim Hortons one.
This is very Canadian.
I thought I'd let him feel Canadian today.
And nobody goes to Tim's anymore. I mean, they still have lineups, but it's not like before because McDonald's has the good coffee. Tim's has the...
Anyways, yeah, so we're here.
Yesterday was a lovely day. Thank you to the people that came and visited. We didn't even take a video or pictures of anything. I will get photos today because their pond area is stunning.
We didn't take any photos of the friends that came last night. What's wrong with us? We're terrible people. Well, John is.
I'm a terrible person, I guess. So I also have water today because I need more water because my kidney has been hurting. And that just means, John, you got to drink more water.
Versus his adult knee. I don't think he has an adult bone in his body, actually.
I see what you did there. Kidney, adult knee. I got it.
I'm hilarious. Hilarious.
You're not. But why do you keep looking and you keep not paying attention to the people that are coming here? No, now you do.
We're looking forward to getting home.
We are.
I'm really, really missing my grandbabies.
Yeah.
Really, really. Chiwita posted a little video last night of Taylor and Amberlyn sitting in their chairs watching their dad on the church's live stream yesterday. And she's sitting there. So there was her dad. So Zach, good morning, Lori. There was Zach. There was Pastor Freddie and a young lady named Jexa who works at the church. So you can hear Taylor, "Hola, Jexa. Hola, Daddy. Hola, Pastor Freddie." I'm like, oh, so cute.
Yes.
Good morning, Marty. How are you this morning? So anyways, yeah, so it was absolutely adorable. It just made my heart, hurt a little more.
So if you see on our Facebook, there's a gal called Allison.
Hi, buddy.
She's from Sylvan Lake. And if you ever get a chance to have her camping cake, if you get a chance to have her
not my toes,
fresh
sorry.
camping cake, it is the best.
We have company. We have their puppy, little Kelso.
Kelso, yes.
My brain just went blank for a second.
They call him Waldo. They call him lots of things.
Kelso is a puppy, and he is a lab,
like a golden
retriever, a lab retriever cross, yeah.
So and big head, big paws,
just the cutest little monster ever.
And he's 5.5 months old.
What were you
when he comes
chewing
running,
on,
it's like that kind of clumsy, plodding running.
What's that? Go see.
And he likes to chew things.
Like toes.
And Birkenstocks.
Oh, yeah. He got a hold of my Birks yesterday. I'm like, no! Don't eat my shoes! So, yeah. Don't eat my shoes!
Anyway. You're not going to bring him on. You got to send him on.
Well, he's biting my toes. I don't think he's allowed on the furniture, though.
Oh, okay. If we're sitting on your lap, it's kind of different. Right?
He's heavy and dirty. I don't want him sitting on my lap. He's a dog.
Yeah, I'm going to just fix this here. So if I go this way, it goes that way.
Looks like fall in the background. No, it's just red leaf tree. It's the color of the trees. They've got little, they don't know what the type, I don't know what he was eating.
Yay, doggy got her smelly.
No, it's not smelly. It feels almost oily.
Oh. Well, we're at a farm. I got to help fix the clutch on a tractor yesterday, and Sheldon says, "Yeah, only 5-year-olds could fit in." I fit in. So, needless to say, I fit in the area that a 5-year-old could. Now, it would be a really huge, fat 5-year-old.
Yeah.
But a 5-year-old, that would be so ginormous that people would walk to the other side of the street.
Yes, that is a real tree behind us, you guys. It is. Oh.
Yep, it's real.
It is, yes. And I asked Cheryl yesterday what the type of tree was, and she's not sure.
There's a story behind it, though.
There's a story behind everything.
Because Sheldon's dad was here yesterday, and he's like, "Yeah, we almost got a divorce over that tree." He's about 90 years old. So when his wife wanted it planted, he did not want it planted because she wanted it right there. Well, they had a cousin come from Poland, and the cousin from Poland says, "I'll put it in." He put it in, and he's like, "Well, I guess it was right." So, and his father doesn't sound like Eeyore at all.
No,
but that was just kind of his dad voice.
Yeah, but it has little green berries. It's not edible, so I'm not sure. I really don't know what it is, but it's kind of cool. The leaves are they look dry and dead, but they're soft and it's kind of cool. Crimson maple. Marty, it's
not a
good
crimson
guess.
maple. No, because it's not maple at all. Here, hang on. I will show you.
John will take a leaf and show you.
That's the leaf.
And Mark, good morning, Mark. And I am glad that you got to see another live with us. It's nice to have you visit us.
Woot. So what can I tell you? Oh, in their pond, they have about 100, and I think I may have told you guys, 100 rainbow trout, but they're many years old because I think he did this before we left. I mean, it's probably got to be close to 20 years old. And for the first 2 or 3 years, he stocked it. But you can catch them. They don't have babies.
Probably isn't that old because his kids were older when they did it. So it must have been one of the visits. Maybe before the first visit or something.
But they have a zip line. They've got stand-up paddleboard. They've got a raft. They've got, because in the wintertime they do skating there, they have like a heated shelter. So that way they could go in and warm up. So it's fun. I mean, it's a great place. Oh, they even have curling rocks.
That's heated?
Oh, they've got a big wood stove in there.
I did not know that. Oh, I didn't go in there. The dogs were having way too much fun going under it, so I figured there was something alive, and I didn't want to. Yeah. But they even have a little outhouse down there, and it makes me laugh because in the outhouse they have room freshener spray, and I'm like, I'm sorry, there is not enough room freshener in the world that can make an outhouse smell good.
Ta-da! Back to Tim's. Well, that's not really Tim's. It's a Brazilian coffee.
Yeah, it's actually a coffee from Brazil that one of Cheryl's daughter's friends brought to Cheryl. So, yeah. And Monica, good morning. If I didn't say that yet.
So, what can we talk about today? Well, we've pretty much told you guys everything. I think we're going to go to the actual lake today. We've been hearing that it's so busy because the weather is so warm that they're actually closing the parking lots because of social distancing, which not a single case in this area, but hey,
Well, and the background looks amazing. It really is a pretty background. And I can see how it would look artificial, but it's real. It's real, see?
How'd you make the picture do that?
So I'm amazing. Good morning, Randy.
So, come on, talk to me.
I was just going to say something and I forgot. Oh, and yeah, parking in downtown Sylvan isn't the easiest with my mom's truck either. We have the truck, not the car this trip. So, Gabriella, good morning. But I would like to drive by our old house and see what that's looking like. Cause
maybe we can knock on the door and bug them.
No, that's just tacky. I don't know.
It is tacky. I don't know why people feel the need to actually go and knock on the doors. Because here's the thing. If you're in there when you're a child, everything is larger. And if you're in there as an adult, everything is smaller. I couldn't tell you why. It just is that way.
Well, we had 4 kids in that little it was a split level, 1,100 square feet.
Yeah,
1050, I think.
Even this home here, I mean, I know they had 4 kids and they raised 4 kids. It seems so small compared to what we have now. And it's just you and me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, yeah.
But it's not small. It's just not as open. Mm.
No, very true. Very true. No, it's very interesting to me just as we age.
Scenery, better choice of words than background. Oh, you can see the wind is making it move now. It's real life, you guys.
But we could get a video and do that if you guys want back home.
Why?
We would just have a green screen and it would be overlaid over top of a video.
No, I like my kitchen. I like the view of my kitchen in our videos
but
in the morning.
We could be at the beach in our kitchen.
Why wouldn't we just go to the beach?
You and your silly words. Because we could go to the beach also. We could do this at the beach, although it would be louder. We would have to be mic'd up.
Oh, yeah, because it's ocean waves. Yeah.
And the Pacific is very noisy. So when we left that house, so after living, because we lived by the water for 9 years, after leaving that house, it took 3 months before we actually were able to really just sleep again, because you're used to the waves.
Yeah.
And we never thought for a second.
Ions and everything else.
Yeah. We never thought for a second that affected us. But it did. It was really weird. And I mean, it was almost manic or whatever because you can't sleep. And if you can't sleep, you start to feel antsy. It's like having too much of...
Can you imagine John being antsy, you guys? I just can't even picture it.
I think you can. COVID has made me antsy. So interesting story yesterday. We had a lady who came, and I guess when she was younger, she went to Soviet Russia, and something happened. And she was saying, when she went to Walmart and had to stand in line and went there and there were things missing off the shelves, she got very anxious. And that's kind of been my whole thing is that we're in lines to go to these stores. They did this in Soviet Russia. But people under 45, 40 do not know the way that it was in Russia because obviously they've now woken up. But now we've got America wanting to go back to those days when the government's in control of everything. And
Eva is commenting about me in a sundress outside. Well, Eva, it's actually warm, and I do wear sundresses pretty much my whole life. My whole, all the time.
Yeah, so, I'm never surprised when she's wearing a dress because that's just what she does. I am surprised when you wear yoga pants or something because it's not something you
I don't wear yoga pants. I wear leggings. They're very different.
Are they?
Yes.
I'm told that they're not. I'm told that yoga pants.
Oh, hi. How are you this morning?
I'm told that yoga pants.
Good, very good.
It's like, is mom up already?
No.
Are you kidding?
Nope, mom's not.
So how you doing, Tyler?
We're live. And Tyler's here now. No. You can stay and watch. We can have an audience today if you like. Would you like to be our engineer? Thank you.
Actually, we don't want to show any techie stuff to Tyler. He's a little above us.
Yeah, I know, but it'd be kind of fun. But people love the background of your parents' tree here.
Yeah.
And your grandfather told us the story of the tree yesterday.
And that little puppy, I tell you, what a little monster.
And Tyler's taking a hit for the dog, so the dog plays with him instead of Christie's toes. Very sharp teeth on puppies. Very sharp.
Yes.
So that is what's going on here. Once again, we leave to Toronto on... Tuesday. No, we leave Monday.
No, we leave Tuesday. It's 12:35 a.m. Tuesday.
Yeah, see you, Tyler. Yes, that's right. So, Mom, if you're listening, I will call you later today.
Audience, yeah.
Our live studio audience left.
We just left now.
The entire audience.
The entire audience.
Yeah. So we go to Ontario on Tuesday a.m.
Yeah.
Then we arrive in the a.m. in Toronto, and we arrive in the a.m.
in the Soo. Yeah, 10
in the Soo. So actually, it's not a bad flight. I mean, it's midnight.
If you can sleep on the plane, I know I'll be able to, but I don't know.
I think the people that are around me won't be able to sleep. I think I will be able to sleep. I'm kind of a noisy sleeper.
Kind of?
A lot, actually. I sleep with earplugs so I don't wake myself up.
That's not a lie, people.
Yeah. My coffee's done. My water's done. Christie's still on her phone.
I'm just searching for other chats because Eva's on the one And because you couldn't hook it up this morning, so
Yeah, I feel bad because we're on the phone and I tried to do it on the computer, but the computer is not working right, acting up. I don't know. So
yeah, I
we
don't
should
know
have
why. It
Tyler
worked fine for me
should
yesterday.
have Tyler look into this.
Alberta is hot. John, it's a miracle.
Alberta is very warm. Hot because this is what we experience in Mexico. The humidity is higher here. It's as high as it is. It's actually almost the same weather as the Bucerias right now.
Actually, let's see.
Watch
right now
this.
it is 19 degrees
Where?
here.
No, it's warmer than 19 right now. Where are you looking?
Right here.
Yeah, it's warmer than 19 here.
Let's go to Echo. Oh, yeah, it's 18 in Echo.
It's warmer.
We're sitting in the sun in the shelter. Yeah. And the humidity is 97%.
Really?
How is that even possible?
Well, there's been a lot of rain and all this humidity. Get lost, puppy.
But it's supposed to rain. There's supposed to be thunder showers tonight.
No.
So that might ruin our fun for the boat.
No, you got to go. You're too big and clumsy.
Quit using your feet or he'll keep biting your feet, John.
Okay, there you go. Oh my gosh.
And it's only 84% humidity in Vallarta, but 27 degrees.
Yeah, but it's gonna be 27 here very quickly, maybe 25.
23 is the high. That's what they're showing. It's supposed to rain, babe.
It's wrong. It is so wrong. Yesterday, we had friends that said they had a weather program that was awesome, and I believe them. But it didn't rain in 12 minutes. So they said it's going to rain in 12 minutes. I'm like, I don't think so.
It does say the high is 23 degrees today in Echo.
I'm sorry, guys. It's going to be warmer. And we are going to go to the lake. I think we will go live at the lake today because I love Sylvan Lake. It's not a huge lake. I think the deepest it gets is about 60 feet. But I can't remember. Is it spring fed?
So what time will you be doing the show in Ontario? Oh, yeah. Because what time will that be?
I don't know. We were supposed to be doing coaching. And we've, just because we're getting off a plane and we're going to be like, ah!
Hey, Google, what time is it in Sault Ste. Marie?
It's going to be 2 hours ahead of us.
So it's 11:30. Oh, okay. Well, we can still do it then. I was hoping that we wouldn't have to get up at like 7 to do it because then I'm like, you guys are going to see me in my jammies, no makeup on.
You won't. She does not get how time zones work. It's the opposite in your head.
I know, but that's what I thought. It was earlier, not later.
And for most folks, it is. Same as when they're converting currency. Usually it's the reverse.
So the show will be at the same time as it always is. It'll be at 11 Ontario time, 9 Alberta time, 10 BC or
she's doing it
Bucerias time. It'll be 10. It's 10 Bucerias time. But then does that make it 8 BC time?
Yes.
Oh, so you people that are in BC watch it really early. I did not realize that.
8 o'clock is not early.
It is for some people.
If they're retired, I guess.
Hey, we were late again today because we slept in.
I did not sleep in. I was up at 8. I was ready at 9 o'clock. You were the one who's like, I gotta get ready.
And make coffee. There's priorities, people. Priorities.
The fact that you made coffee does kind of seem sensible. Since it's coffee time, you need coffee to make coffee time.
Yeah, and this is a different coffee maker. It only does 1 cup at a time. Makes pretty good coffee, but
yeah, farmers only drink coffee one cup at a time, I guess, because they don't have a real coffee maker, do they? That makes 10 cups or 12 cups.
Not out.
Maybe they're sensible people. They are sensible people. There are sensible friends. Actually, almost everybody in Sylvan Lake is a sensible friend. Maybe that's why this is our best 5 years.
Who's not a sensible friend that we have? Don't name names.
Then why ask me the question? You know I have no filters.
Yeah, Marty, coffee is very, very important. He said it's paramount.
It is paramount, just like the movie theater chain.
And this is just straight up black coffee. I've been behaving.
She has been. So when we get back to Sylvan, you're going to see the new and improved us. We won't be new and improved yet, but
Sylvan?
we will. No, I mean Mexico. All these places. Yesterday you called places different names.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She did.
Good morning, Lisa. How are you? Mark doesn't have a normal clock on a daily basis anyway. It's still early, John.
You're saying it's still early.
Mark. He says he doesn't have a normal clock. Mark, I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you mean either. Well, he's in British Columbia.
I know, but he says, although I don't have, I think he means maybe a normal schedule because he drives a choo-choo train.
He's a conductor. He's Conductor Mark. I think it's Conductor Mark.
Conductor Schlempley. Probably
or no, maybe he's an engineer. Colors your train. I don't know.
What's your title, Mark? Let us know.
Conductor.
And Lisa, we will be home eventually with your bank card that I think your sister sent or your daughter sent to my mom's.
Mid-August.
I do have it. We will be back mid-August.
August 15th. Yeah, I really planned on staying probably 4 months. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know why he kept saying that. I kept saying 2 max.
But
it'll be a little over 2.
Yeah.
Because we're going to Ontario first.
Yeah. If it was up to Christie, we'd already be home. But, the airplanes, COVID, pandemic.
And you wanted to go to Ontario.
I did. I wanted you there with me.
And he wanted me there with him.
You forced me to live in a basement for 2 months.
I kept telling him that
like
he could go to Ontario while I stayed with my mom, but he wanted to stay with me and make my life miserable. I mean, oh no. Did I say that out loud? No, that's not what I meant at all.
See, you guys are starting to see what she's really like. I have to go with her for 2 months in a basement. She can't come with me for 10 days.
But you want to go fishing. What am I going to do while you're fishing?
You can go and be with the people. And I'm just going to fish. I'm going to fish from shore. You can sit and watch.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. I can't wait. Can't wait.
And I may or may not fish there. The Sault Ste. Marie has a river going through it called the St. Mary's River. And over the years, it's always been diverted into America, and it was considerably lower. Well, last year was their first year where they did not divert it, and all of a sudden, islands that were there previous were buried, but the salmon they were pulling out of this place was incredible. So yeah, it was. My eyes were like, wow.
And Keith just asked. He said, "There's been talk of stopping daylight savings time in Alberta. What have you heard?" Absolutely nothing. It has not been brought up one time with everybody that we've talked to.
Yeah, we're not really paying attention. I mean, everybody, of course, is talking about the COVID. But other than that, I don't think, no. Because I think people are sick and tired.
They're mostly talking about the weather.
The weather, the COVID, the politics. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are very upset here in Alberta about what's going on. Federally, provincially.
Yeah, it's really not a good climate here, besides the weather.
No, besides the weather. But for 5 days. It's only been good for 5 days.
Yeah.
Before that,
frozen a little. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, Lisa, we are enjoying our trip. The weather has not been really great.
No. Because normally we would have done so much.
Yeah. So, a double whammy of the reason that we came, and then just the fact that the weather's been not great. And then with COVID, there's still a lot of people that are a little antsy about getting together. Normally when we are here, we spend a lot of time in Sylvan, and people invite us to come and stay at their houses. Now, I'm not sure if it's just John.
It might
be.
Because I like to hug everybody. And sometimes when I go in for a hug, people are like,
they freeze.
And you feel this terror.
I know, Marty. The talk of COVID is just getting old, and the fact that people are fighting about is it as bad as people say? Is it not as bad as people say? Are the doctors lying? Are the politicians lying? The answer is yes. It is as bad. It's not as bad. The doctors are lying. The politicians are lying. Yeah. There's no. It's just so.
We've essentially got a serious flu going on. That's it. The chief epidemiologist of Italy has said enough enough. He says the COVID that exists right now is 1/6, 1/10 of what it was at the beginning, because viruses that kill off people are dumb viruses, and they kind of temper back. So that's kind of what's happening here. And I mean, this is the dog again. It's kind of like, hey, just let me do whatever I want to do.
He also decided he wanted to fit into some place he really couldn't fit.
Yeah, so the truth is nobody's really going to know.
Yeah, and whether masks are necessary or not. I know, it's just...
And because nobody really knows, shows me that there's lying going on. Lots of lying.
But the thing, my point is that no matter what you feel and how you feel about it, people are just getting angry, and it's not, I mean, that doesn't help anybody either. I mean, to fight and to, you know, it's just like people that love Trump and people that hate Trump. The people that hate Trump hate the people that like Trump. And it's
so funny. Oh my God, this is so funny.
But last week they were friends, you know, and so same with the masks and same with the COVID, whatever you believe about COVID. If you don't believe what someone else believes, then you're an idiot.
Yeah.
This COVID-idiot thing, I think is kind of rude. I just think that the whole sentimentality about all of this is just very divisive, and it's hurting people, regardless of the fact that you can get sick or not, or how you feel about that. The fact that they're keeping people apart and people are staying away from other people
as they're dying.
That's not healthy. I mean, people are not meant to be alone. People are meant to be with other people, regardless of what your feelings are about marriage and all of that kind of stuff. People are meant to be with people. They're meant to have companionship and touching, and you know, and so that's all I'm going to say. But it's sad. It's breaking my heart, and it's.
Yep. The reason they kept her dad home was because if he was in a hospital, they would not be able to see him.
Yeah.
So they kept him at home, which was a very wise decision. And you look at Sweden. Sweden is being punished now because Sweden didn't go with the rest of the world. Sweden has exactly the same numbers as everybody else does. So it's very frustrating to know that the rest of the world shut their economies down, people's jobs, people's livelihood, people's businesses that they saved up for their entire life. Gone. So very frustrating. Yeah. You know, and you've got cowards out there who won't travel now because they're terrified.
No. See, that's the whole thing about people. You mean
no. But Christie, you cannot live in fear. Nobody in history has ever said, "Oh my gosh, that's Bob the Fearful. We love Bob. Let's do what Bob does."
But you're right, Marty. We are social, and we need to have those connections.
Yes.
Someone's trying to get.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And Keith, you're right. Weather can be a problem, especially when the season is so short to begin with, and Alberta, especially the Edmonton area, that's been everything, you know.
My joke all of these years has been, you know, they say, well, why don't you go to Canada in the summertime? And I'm like, I never know what week to 2 weeks that's going to be. How do you know? So it's funny, and it's really not this year. Because we really expected to do so much more. I wanted to go to the Rockies. I wanted to go to Drumheller. I wanted to go to all these places, and instead, we couldn't.
Well, and so much is closed that it's, you know, well, see, you're one of those people.
No, Christie, if you believe what the government is telling you, you can't read. That is the fact. And then now you have to choose what lies you believe. But the truth is you're going to believe lies, you're going to believe truths, and you won't know. And that is a terrible place to be. And these politicians need to be punished for it. And the bureaucrats, and also the medical community. Because guess what? They're making a crap ton of money right now. A ton. Unless, of course, it's Central Alberta and nothing's going on. But it worked out well for Christie's brother, because when he went to the Red Deer Hospital in the middle of COVID with his finger cut all the way down here, right to the bone, and he goes in and there's the plastic surgeon says, you know, not much going on. Can I call my buddy who is also a plastic surgeon? The two plastic surgeons immediately fixed his finger, and now it works.
Just laughing at Mark. Not necessarily social animals, but we do need human connection, which means we're social animals, Mark. Come on. I don't like a lot of people, but I still want and need to connect with nice people.
Yeah.
And then Marty says, not cowards, just a difference of opinion, and that's okay.
Yeah. When you live in fear and you continue to live in fear, I don't know what it is. You're fearful. That makes you
I'm going to start putting a muzzle on you, and you're not going to be able to talk during our morning conversation.
Yeah. Understand, we're the people that left Canada, the comfort of Canada, to move to a country we'd never been to, never visited, didn't speak the language, with 4 young children. And you know what, guys? The only thing that stops us from doing anything in life is fear. That's it. We can call it excuses, call it whatever, but until you ditch the fear, you're never really going to live your true great life that was intended for you.
Well, and that's very true too. I mean, you can't accomplish great things if you're scared to leave your house.
Yep.
But
yep.
This just the way this is all coming down, and with all the different people saying different things, and it's people don't know what to think, and lots are not thinking for themselves.
We're using social media to talk to you, but obviously social media sucks because there are people that just, that's all they do is consume. Mm-hmm. And you have, if you have no filters, no basis for fact.
Or he has basis for fact. He does
basis for fact.
John reads a lot,
but it is
different. He takes it in from all sources,
yes,
and then
makes decisions. See, I speak different from what other people speak because I go to different places and I think, Christie's been sleeping many times and I'm just lying awake going, okay, wait a second, let me think about this. So yeah, the dogs are back.
Hey, Bella is a very hairy, very furry dog. So she's feeling the heat, and she's old. She's like 12.
Go away. So there are clumps of fur all around the yard. And you see them.
She's a beautiful big dog, though, and the puppy likes to bite her. So that's what they're doing now.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard the puppy bark.
Yeah, he was barking at Layla last night, too. I don't know where Layla went. Sheldon left this morning, and she started whining. And I didn't want to let her outside because I didn't know if she'd try to go find him, and then she would disappear somewhere.
We had a fire last night also, and the fire was so nice. And we used birch wood, and then when I came to bed, Chris was like, you smell like a campfire.
Go have a shower.
You need to shower. So I did.
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah.
Allowing freedom of thought and not fearful. And that's the thing. People are not allowed to think for themselves.
Yeah, because if you think different than so-and-so, they all get angry at you, and then they fire you. And then all of a sudden now you have to live on welfare stamps. Food stamps? I don't know. But yeah.
Anyways.
I almost want to take on the world. I want to go to jail. I want to do stuff and stand up because nobody else is. And it sucks. If nobody stands up to these bullies, and they are bullies, then they're just going to continue.
Probably a good place to get yourself arrested. They're pretty picky there. And if you get arrested, I am not bailing you out. You guys hear me? I am not bailing him out, and none of you are sending him money.
Yeah. I think people need to go to jail. I think people need to stand up. People need to raise their voices so that way people can hear other thoughts, because other thoughts are good, because it allows you to think.
If people just stopped and let people think for themselves for a minute.
Yeah, but people don't think anymore. Just, what should I think, Facebook? What should I think,
As
YouTube?
Facebook, talking to y'all.
What should I think, Google? And Google won't let you think, because if they don't disagree with you, they will shut you down and make you disappear. It's a crazy world we live in, guys. It's
you
nuts.
heard it here first. Thanks, Marty.
Yes. Yeah, it's a crazy world. But you know what, though? We live in Mexico. I'm not allowed to be political in Mexico. So that's very frustrating. And do I want to go to jail there? I don't know. In Canada, I'd rather go to jail, because here I know that
they'll feed him at least. In Mexico, I won't. If he gets thrown in jail anywhere for being vocal about something that isn't necessary.
No, it's all necessary. Everything is necessary. We need to be talking.
Watch your blood pressure. Do you want to see who that was chatting?
I don't know.
Real quick. Oh, it was from Mr. Rigo, so we'll have to read it later.
Okay. We like Mr. Ego. Dennis and I used to work at Costco, and we would always be talking about our businesses, and we're going to leave Costco and do great things. And Dennis did it. I'm proud to know Dennis. Dennis is a good guy.
Mm-hmm. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice
and
guy.
Steve is right. Watch your blood pressure, John.
I should watch my blood pressure. But
They're not going to give you your blood pressure medication in jail.
In Canada, they will. I could get a sex change operation in Canada. I'm not saying I want
one. Which is what he's always been wanting.
But you never know.
He likes girls way too much.
I
not
do.
to be one.
I do. I would just be there all the time.
Don't.
I can't say it.
No, don't do it. Don't say it.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
because he's still 12 deep down.
I hate having an old body with aches and pains. My brain.
And a 12-year-old mind.
But no, it's not. Because now when I see younger people, I'm like, they're just babies. And then they're saying, but I'm 25. I'm like, you can't be 25. You look like you're 12.
No judgment here. Thanks, Marty.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Anyways.
We are on the prairies, guys. We are looking so far away.
Yeah, we can see into next week.
I mean, we see canola fields. We saw the pea field yesterday, which was awesome. I've never seen a field full of just peas. And there wasn't even holes. So, and all the peas hold each other's to get themselves together.
Each other's.
It was awesome. And then I just kept eating and eating and eating. And they didn't have the big peas, so it was just the shells, and it was very lovely.
But I thought Allison said those weren't like that kind of pea.
Well, I mean, I think they will grow continuous. It's just where they were in the growing cycle. Because there hasn't been much units of thermal units. Because yesterday I was with Sheldon, and Sheldon's obviously a farmer, but he's not a farmer first. He's a petro guy first. And he said thermal, because I said he's got wheat in the field here. And I said, well, how long till that's done? He says, well, thermal units, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, thermal units? It wasn't even days. So it was like, that is very strange. But yeah, it was cool. So it is cool. I love being on the farm. He's like, come on, you got to help me with the clutch. And I'm like, okay, get in the machine. And I'm like, yep, okay. Then the clutch works. And it's like, wow. And then his dad was driving, and he has a hay field, and the machine, which kind of just it's like a giant rake, and it keeps pushing things off to the side. And somehow he crossed the line, and there isn't a guard underneath. So the machine just keeps doing this, and it took all of the grass and wrapped it up.
In the drive shaft.
In the drive, and it took half an hour to cut it free. So yeah, that was fun.
Well, it stopped the engine and everything. Like it
stalled
the
tractor. And then the dad kept saying, the battery's going to die. And Sheldon's like, Dad, it could be there for a week and it will start. And sure enough, it started after it was all cut.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need tools. You need a farm. You need equipment. You need land. That was the weird thing. So yesterday we run a quarter section, and he's telling me how so-and-so rents it. And I'm like, okay, so how much can you make from rental from a quarter section? And he says, well, I think it's about $75 an acre. Okay, so how many acres are in a quarter section? He says 160. This one had 150 because the corner, blah, blah, blah. So I start working it out, and I said, well, how much is a quarter section? He says, well, this one here would be about $550,000. And I could not wrap my head around it, because how can you spend $550,000 and only make, $12,000 to $15,000 a year? Your return on investment is minuscule. He says, well, in Alberta, it's going to go up 8 to 10% per year. So if you have interest of, say, 3 to 4%, you're still making money. But who is buying this land that is just not really producing? I mean, if you're going to develop on it, man, you've got unlimited potential. 550 would be a deal, but normally you're going to pay 10 million for 2 quarter sections, or even 1 quarter section that you're going to develop. Who knows? He says that's just the way farming is.
I guess.
Yeah, I can't. That's such a crazy thing. But yeah, if you're a farmer and you've got quarter sections, you're making bank. But your family had bought them many, 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 many years ago.
I don't know if you guys can hear poor Bella panting, but she's
a very thick-haired
That's not
dog.
us breathing. That's the dog.
It's making me hot. What you're doing there, honey?
Good morning, Sheila.
So yeah, I think we've got to start our day here. We do have lakes to see, places to conquer, right?
Yep. I thought, are we not waiting for Sheldon to get home?
We can go in advance of that. He's not going to be home till 12 or so, 1. So we can just go to town. Go to town.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
So I think we're done for today, right?
Are you sure you're done? Because
I'm not done. No, I am done.
Steve, we are just outside of Sylvan Lake at a farm outside of Eckville, actually.
With farm dogs that really don't care that you're shooting a video.
No, I don't care.
They will bite your toes regardless.
Yeah, well, one's a puppy, cute puppy. So that's where we are. We are in
Eckville.
No, we're not.
Just outside of Eckville. I did go to the Eckville Co-op yesterday, which has everything you would expect at an Eckville Co-op.
Oh, I'm so sorry I missed it.
Yeah. We bought binding twine for bales of hay, as well as the mesh that goes around. So I did learn that it is best if you're going to bale hay, you want 17 to 18% humidity before you bale it. Unless you're going to wrap it in the white things that make it look like marshmallows, then you can go as high as 50%. But if you do the mesh and it was 50%, by the end of the season, your bale is just going to be like a squishy mess, like a melted marshmallow. But without the white skin, it's just going to be bleh.
So glad we know all this now.
I'm learning about farming because you can never not have enough information about farming. Because we eat, guys.
Morning, Jenna.
We eat.
This is how we eat. Maybe not so much in Mexico.
No, but the pea field you would have loved to eat. You would have loved to be there. I love
fresh peas.
You would have loved to be there. Oh, I also learned something about the technology because Sheldon does oil field reclamation. So after there's been an accident, they go in, they fix it up. They're using reverse osmosis now to clean fields.
Water, yeah.
It's amazing the technology ideas that they can do to make this stuff new again. So I said, so over the course of the project, how much is this going to take? And he's like, oh, about $15, $16 million. And I'm like, why not buy the land from the farm? He says, oh, we could, but the government is still going to make us do this. So it's funny, though, that they don't clean the lakes, because I remember the lakes being clear when I was younger, and now they're all floaties everywhere, which is obviously farm runoff that's getting into these waterways. So hopefully they have somebody to clean those up too.
I'm glad John learned so much yesterday. I had a really relaxing day. I pretty much sat out here on this deck in the sun, in the shade, for probably until about 3.
Wow.
I just relaxed. I did some work on the computer. I did have some work to do, so I did some work on the computer.
All I did was ask questions about farming and oil field reclamation.
And I was working on a business.
Sitting here?
Yeah, on the computer.
Oh, that's right. You did get some stuff done with our business, so thank you for that. I do appreciate it.
Like you didn't believe me for a second there.
I believed her, just not a lot.
Just didn't remember.
Yeah.
Well, we'll pretend that that's what he meant.
So, happy Thursday to you. Have a fantastic day. I hope it is sunny and beautiful where you are, and if it's not, welcome to our world. This is only day 5 of summer after 80-some days.
But we've had 17 years of beautiful weather.
Oh,
we can do a summer once in a while in Alberta that isn't so great.
Yes, because I know what the weather is going to be in Mexico 10 years from now, because it's just awesome. So be kind to one another, love one another. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your spouse's face. Wash your hands often. To 2 songs. Any 2 songs will do. And what else? Thanks for watching us. See you tomorrow. Should we maybe go to the lake tomorrow? I don't know. It'll be a surprise. Right?
Oh, this lake here?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, that's pretty early to have to get up and get ready and go into town, though. Because it's what, 20 minutes
I don't
to
know.
Sylvan from here?
No, it's less than that. It's only 20 kilometers. And the way you drive, that's like 3 minutes. Bye, guys.